Hi everyone, welcome back to the Restaurant Show, and we are definitely going to take a different approach today to cooking. And Chef Scott Westerbeck is going to show us how, right?
Absolutely.
And you are the concierge chef.
I am.
So tell me, before we really get into it, what is it that you do?
I come to your house, I'll do all the shopping, I'll do all the cooking, and I'll do the cleanup for private
Perfect.
parties, to if you want me to do a full week, I'll do a full week's
Right.
worth of food, but it has to be done in your house.
And do you talk about the menu? Like, is there certain things that you do? Is there, or do you talk with the client and find out what it is?
Fully collaborative, so it's whatever
love
you
it.
want to eat, I will fix for you.
Yeah, or if you have certain diets or things
Absolutely.
like that.
Food allergies are crucial.
You make our lives easier is what you're trying to say.
I want to make your life as stress-free as possible when it comes to
Exactly.
cooking, cleanup,
Yeah.
shopping.
Well, and it really affects the entire day, actually, because I tell you, one thing that I know I worry about is what are we going to eat, and I'm thinking about it already because if I have to defrost something or if I have to
Exactly.
pick it up. But now you're going to take some of that out of it, and you're probably killing me going, defrosting? Orchid, what are you doing? I'm like, I grabbed that Uncle Ben's out of the... But this is, you do truly farm to table.
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
teach me, tell me a little bit about this.
All right, well, on this side we have store-bought produce.
Store-bought produce.
I won't say from where.
Okay.
And here we have farm fresh produce from not only Polly's produce
Right.
in Leawood, but also from local farms and farmers markets.
So these are items that, okay, so these are items that you might buy at your local chain grocery store.
Exactly.
Okay, which I do, right? But I love the farmer's market too.
I do too. This is where I prefer to go shop.
And you know, like Polly's Produce, Leawood does a great job with all their produce. Okay, so tell me how I can really tell the difference.
All right, you have two sets of tomatoes here.
Right.
These are both what are known as beefsteak tomatoes.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the difference,
Oh, just the color.
the coloration
Let me take this out of the way.
alone, you can see that this is
Oh yeah.
splotchy. This is orange and yellow and multicolored.
And why does that happen?
It's what's known as gas ripening.
Gas ripening.
Right.
Okay.
These fruits and produce sit in a container,
Okay.
and then they get ethylene gas pumped
And that's how they get though from far away,
from one point to another.
which is usually a little bit farther than
Exactly.
the local farmer's market.
Yes. So I don't know where these tomatoes came from,
Right.
but I know that they have been gas ripened because you can not only just feel them in terms of
Yeah.
texture, they're going to be harder, and they're going to be, in terms of mouthfeel, the texture is going to be more mealy and drier, and won't have as much flavor because it
Gotcha.
didn't get the chance to actually ripen on the vine.
And that's what the gas ripening is because they're picking it early so they can get it to you. So then it'll ripen through the gases
Yes.
in the truck on the way over.
Yes.
And still pretty much on the shelves too, because sometimes
Yes.
you see these, they're not even this, they're even lighter colors
Exactly.
than that. But this is ready to rock and roll. It came right off the vine.
Correct.
I love it.
You can
And
just
you really
feel
can
it.
see, I mean, I don't know, I mean, you can see the color difference.
Yeah.
And if I was gonna go to the grocery store and those two were next to each other, I would go to this one.
Exactly.
But this is at the farmer's market.
Yep. Yes, it
Gotcha.
is.
Okay.
And then, like, these are what are known as vine ripe tomatoes,
Yes.
but they are not vine ripened at all. You can
Yeah, you can see it
look
right
at
there.
this is gas ripening, this is gas ripening. And you
Gotcha.
can also feel it. And these Roma tomatoes are the best example because these are hard as rocks. These
Right.
things are not tomatoes at all. Those are
And they are yellow.
Those are
I mean,
just-
look at compared to, it's
Exactly.
really close. But then these are what would be the
these are the vine
counterpart.
ripened. These are the counterparts
Yep.
to those, and you can see that this
Look at
is
the
softer, different size. They're
Yeah.
more irregular. You're going to have blemishes and all sorts of stuff that comes. That means it came direct from the farm
Right.
versus it's sitting in a hydroponic plant being grown.
Exactly.
And then
And there's nothing wrong with that.
no, I'm not saying there's anything.
Exactly. But the way you cook, you can tell the difference.
I can tell the difference. I
Right.
want my customers to be able to tell the difference between a mealy tomato versus a soft and delicious
Right.
tomato.
Especially in the summer when you're eating so many things that are lighter
Exactly.
and fresher and really farms, like more raw products, I
Exactly.
would say. You can definitely taste the difference. Now what about the peppers?
The peppers.
Look at these babies.
I know.
Holy cow.
You can see that these three right here, or just in terms of yellows. This is
Yeah.
store bought. This is off the farm,
You can
directly
even
off
see
the
how
vine.
dark it is in the yellow.
And
yeah.
it's slightly different in color because it's been out in the sun more.
Right.
This one is larger because it's also been gas ripened. You can look at the green peppers.
Yes.
And you can see, I mean, there's not really a whole lot of difference except when it comes to texture.
When you
this,
feel it.
This one's a little bit softer because it's been sitting out and it's also been gas ripened. It hasn't been
Okay.
on the vine. This one's a little bit firmer because it has been on the vine.
Because you want that crunch when you
You
add
do.
your peppers, for
Absolutely.
sure.
And the same with the red tomatoes. I mean,
Red pepper,
red
yeah.
peppers. This one's obviously got blemishes, little scuffs and scratches
Right,
on it,
right.
and this one just looks like it's been hanging there and chopped cleanly,
And-
whereas
yeah.
this one's been plucked.
It's a whole different world, isn't it?
It is.
You know, and sometimes you might think, oh, it has a few bruises, but really that means that it's been in the farm. Like you said, it's been plucked right off of it. I love it. I love it. And now, what are some of the farmers markets that you like to go to?
I'm a big fan of the Bluffton one.
Right.
It's on Thursdays.
Yes.
I go to the Port Royal one on Saturdays.
Okay,
I also
yeah.
go into Savannah if I have to find certain produce.
Yeah.
At like Forsyth Square, I believe.
Okay.
And then there's also the Hilton Head one coming up and the one at Coligny, I believe.
Yes, they do have, Hilton Head will start all theirs also.
Mm-hmm.
Now, something that you might do also when you come in and cook, so if I get a menu together with you, and I like Cajun food, so that's something that you and I would talk about, and you
Absolutely.
have different recipes that you would then cook for me.
Absolutely.
Now, we talked about, I know earlier we were talking about, you know, my weekends are crazy, we usually go out to eat, but during the weekday it's kind of nice to have a home-cooked meal.
Mm-hmm.
So is that something that you would be
Oh yeah,
able to
absolutely.
do? I love it.
I do
That's
everything from shopping all the way through cleanup.
Right, and that, and where do you do this at?
Your home.
See?
Has to be your home.
There you go. Nice and easy. Comes in, gets it all stocked, ready to go, or even like making great sauces. I love it.
And I make everything from scratch. I don't use any prefabricated items.
I love it. I love it. I wish I could do that, but maybe we can have Scott come over and do it.
Absolutely.
Good deal. But he does have a website. What's your website?
Conciergechef.com.
Conciergechef.com. Check that out. Scott is here in the Low Country. And how far out do you go, or does
About
it?
50 miles.
50 miles. All right. Keep it in mind, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And teaching me.
My pleasure.
I love it.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
be back in just a moment.